Okay, guys. No Brawnies this time, okay? I didn't want to go Brawnies last game. Like I said, you guys were my witness. I didn't have a choice. The game made me. Okay? I had no agency. Okay, let's play like a normal human being. The best turn 1 pick here, I like Batrider still. I still think Knights are a high tier comp. I don't know if they're tier 1 or tier 2, but I still like them. Oh God, these two assholes on Axe. Chainmail over Embarrassment, right? I think there's no comp where it could possibly make sense to choose Embarrassment over Chainmail. It just can't make sense.
I'll keep us safe.
I'm just gonna keep my options open. Ah, they're dude. Wait. These guys both have paired axe. This guy has a 2-star axe. Fuck, dude. We have to get out. We have to abort. This is not good. Oh, Axe didn't even get that kill. We're out for sure. I'm out. This is not happening, guys. These guys know. Unfortunately, there's nothing actually better in these packs, right? Ogre's not bad. Honestly, Ogre's quite playable if you get a big-time contract on round 3. He's very playable all of a sudden. Axe is just like kind of a third warrior. I think I'd probably favor Ogre over Axe here. Sell out of Axe Coin. Dude, I am so out of Axe Coin right now. That's fine. Guys, we can always play like a normal human being. That's something we can always do. And look, we're doing it this game too. You guys have said for the longest time, Swim doesn't have the ability to play like a human being. This is it. We're playing like we're normal. This is it. Look at this game. We're running units that synergize together. We're playing for interest. Well, not yet, but we will. I promise. Okay. Which structure's not bad, but I don't think it can be better than Quap here. I still like Batrider over Warlock. I like keeping the Knight option alive. Yeah. Woof. These are not good options. I mean, this is basically the best board we can have, right? It's not a bad board. Do we even want to win this fight? Isn't winning just minus EV? Why would we get a gold when we can get a free roll? A free roll is worth 2 gold, guys. Think about it. Jesus, my lobby has 7 people keeping the Brawny option open. Yeah, my lobby's got a few as well. Brawnies are just in right now. It's just cool to be a Brawny picker in the year of our Lord, 2019. Man, who would have thought? Go hard ass? I'm thinking about going hard ass. I could shove some ass in. Collecting kills is just so much fun. It is. Brawnies is just so fun. And I wish I could run 3 warriors here. It's not bad Knights. We could rep Knights too.
A sorry lot, but I can make it work.
Let's do this. I mean, winning doesn't really matter, right? It's a good Knights game. So winning and losing can't actually possibly matter. Because it's like, it's 1 gold or the roll. Whatever, right? But if I rep Knights, if I make sure I've got this yellow thing right here when everyone presses tab, it makes sure these other 7 players know to not go Knights. It's kind of like how animals in the wild evolved to show like poisonous colors as a signal to, you know, don't eat me. I'm gonna taste really bad and maybe you'll die. Right? I have to show my colors. I have to show my danger sign. I have to be on knights so people know if they go knights, they're going to be sad. Otherwise, I'm going to be the one getting screwed. And I don't want that. There we go. I'm not even joking. Like, I literally made my board weaker there just to make sure I had 2 knights on my board. Because, like, winning or losing doesn't matter, but if I can, in theory, convince one of these 7 other players that knights is a less good option, that actually makes a difference to the end state of the board. It's a defense mechanism. Always rep your board, boys. Because, like, you bet your ass one of these 7 players would look at a tab and be like, there's no knights here, you know. It's it's open. I'm just gonna jam that in. I don't want to let that happen. In fact, I can't let that happen. We could have gone puck to keep knight mages open. Yeah, knight mages is an okay option for sure. Whew, we're not beating that board. Jesus. I mean, pairing the warlocks just does literally nothing, right? I mean, would I even use this if I complete it? I don't think I would, right? So why am I doing it? If you're going 4 knights, isn't the only option 3 mages? Isn't the only good option 4 knights, 4 warlocks? Is that good still? I did like it back in the day, back when warlocks, 4 locks in particular, was kind of busted. I don't know if I like it anymore though. Might be kind of bad.
A beast cornered is twice as dangerous.
Warlocks is okay. It's not terrible, I guess. I'm not the biggest fan. Looks like I've secured the knight slot. Nobody else is on knights. That's a feels good. So if I roll now, if I free roll now, I'm getting better odds at a bat rider than ever. But I really want a tier 3 or maybe like an ass pull DK. So because of that, I don't want to use my free roll now. So I'll upgrade the Luna. I think the 4 knights is a big upgrade. I think I will use my free roll here because I could be on a semi streak. Oh, my blacklist value is kind of low though. Nailed it. This looks good. Nobody's on Fall from Grace. It's always a good time to be a knight player. Oh, I should have put gloves on my Luna too, of course. You're right, you're right. When should you be using free rolls? I think it's often the good practice to just use it like right before you're about to die. The thing to think about is like use it when you're actually prepared to spend the golds that you're expecting to get with your free roll, or when you're getting good blacklist value from the shop that you're seeing currently, basically. But definitely, like, I would say, like, in a minority of circumstances, should you be looking to just, like, pump it, just, like, when you get it. That's pretty rare, actually, that I end up looking like that. I just sell Shadow Fiend and Drow here, right? Like, I have to be. I'm on a good path. I'm on the Knights builds. I've got 2 chainmails. Things are looking up. You got 2-star CK, why keep the SF? I mean, there's no reason not to at this point. I guess the option was for a bit that we could, in theory, have gone down to like 4 knights, sold the CK, and gotten warlocks. That's a, I mean, that would basically have never happened. No. What does blacklist means? When you re-roll a shop, every unit you roll away manually whenever you press R, you can't see in the next shop. So using your free roll right now, if I had a free roll right now, I'd be disabling these 4 units from being seen. This is a pretty easy blade mail. I've grown to really like blade mail in knights, I think.
I'm basically 1/8 gay.
Learned Hun's Cupid at BB4.
I've gotten a lot of respect for this item, honestly. Blade mail, honestly, it just gets places. It really does just get places. Truly.
Let's get to work.
4 Knights TBAM is pretty strong. We could have gone 4 Knights TBAM. I was thinking about buying that TB. Yo, doomed one. I'm glad you're learning. Welcome back to the 1-8K club, pal. Oh, this guy's bloodbound Omega Streaker is pretty strong. What the heck? What the fuck? He's got 3 big time contracts. It's round 11. He's gonna be him. Okay. Dude. We lost. Holy shit, dude. That should not be possible. It means he got one on round 2, round 3, and then round 10.
Looks like it's up to us, Nova.
Like, just accept that he's the better player. I guess so, dude. I mean, this guy's got a Razor 3 on round 12. I guess this guy is also a better player. PP hands. Oh well. We got 5 CKs. 5 CKs is pretty good progress. I don't know. What do you guys think is a good way to play knights these days? 6 knights, 4 knights, 4 warlocks, 4 knights, 4 knights, 3 mages, 4 knights, demon hunter, terrorblade. I think 6 knights is still just kind of the standard, right? There's a few considerations in terms of what to do here. We could have leveled up. I honestly kind of like the free rerolls here. I want to make sure I'm hitting interest points. I think this Tiny is never seeing play, right? It's fine. It's 4 health for a roll. It's kind of 4 health for 1 gold, sort of. So how does Abaddon's shield's AI work? When does he target himself with shield? Does he prioritize himself, or does he cast, like, does he treat all units as the same? Random, I believe. Wait, random? It can't be random. It's just got to be lowest health. Nice targeting. And there really is nothing fancy we can do in this game, huh? Except for, like, go for ass pull DK value, go to 7 early. Definitely start collecting Vipers here. I mean, this 3-star Vipers are just sweet, right? Since nobody else on my build, I want to roll later. If it's all the same, it's just a good habit to be in. Looks like the CK and the Luna progress is pretty good here, so it looks like it's going to be like an aggressive roll game. I'll probably just stay at 7 and roll, right? Do you think the big time contractor guy is ever going to lose? He also has Brawnies. Do you mean ever as in will he end the game at 100 health? He probably won't end the game at 100 health. But I don't think there's a reality in which he loses this game unless he misplays. Well, that's also a slight exaggeration. I mean, he's in a very good position. Let's put it like that. This is a nuts draw. We literally just, we hit the nuts. That's crazy good. I mean, a Fall from Grace is literally just game-shatteringly powerful with Knights, honestly. Like, Fall from Grace, this is like the entire reason Fall from Grace exists. It's just like this fucking build. And Fall from Grace just like, it tears serious ass in this build. Like, normally Fall from Grace represents like allowing you to switch one thing for another thing to get the benefit. It's because like normally it allows you to use it one human instead of one heartless, right? Like in Warriors, it means you can use you can like you're already in Pudge, and it means you can use one of the humans instead of the other undead. But in this build exactly, it just gives you this benefit for free. Wait, did I just beat this Bloodbound guy? I mean, this is it, dude. Look at this. We just got Fall from Grace and we're good. I was exaggerating when I was talking about how powerful his build is, but it is still very good. He needs like Arc Warden or something to get it online, I think. So we're saving our free roll because we want to roll for high rods at DK. DK is still a pretty powerful thing. However, we will be rolling it down here at 7 odds. 7 odds are, I think, just like the most important thing. We're still on a couple upgrades. I don't even know what to put in right now. There's kind of nothing that does anything here. My board is already quite good. I need the DK so that I can go for 4 Heartless. You can also go Mages, Cuddle as Human. I mean, if I have this much minus armor, I don't see why I would go Mages. I mean, Mages are kind of paradoxical with Fall, because Mages have a lot of the humans in them, but Mages also don't benefit very much from the minus armor. There's the Viper upgrade. I think an early Viper is an okay thing. I typically don't go for this until after I have the DK. It's a little early to do it. I think this might have been a misplay. So in the old meta, like 2 patches ago, or like a patch and a half ago, or however you want to count it, like a patch and a half ago, I never would upgrade Viper this early. And the reason for that is you're not building 3-star a patch and a half ago, or maybe people were underestimating it, but at least the consensus was like 3-star Viper doesn't really do quite enough. And, you know, you have better things to roll for. You want to roll for like CKs. But the most important thing is you're not even putting Viper in until you have the DK2. And the DK2 usually doesn't happen for a while, right? But nowadays, since 3-star Viper is like, you know, strong, you know, it's quite good. It's a little blocked here, honestly. When you're, by the way, when you're counting blockers, don't just count how many people own them. Look at how many people even bench it. This guy's got 1, this guy's got 1, this guy's got 3. So you could say, oh, there's only 5 Vipers in play. That's not a lot of blockers. But extrapolate. Be like, okay, it's not about how many are in play. It's about how many people are building them, right? Like if this guy's building, if this guy's clicking on everyone he's going to find, and this guy's clicking on everyone he's going to find, then suddenly that's just not the way to look at like the amount of blockers there are, right? And that's pretty scary if there's this many people on it. But our progress towards it is good, and our health is good. It looks like we're going to have like a long and prosperous game. So I think the Viper 3-star will happen. Let's look at this other streaker. Yeah, his positioning is good. Forgot to buy Kunkka. Am I in Kunkka?
I'm basically 1/8 gay.
I mean, I don't think I want Kunkka here. Yo, another quiver. Welcome back to the 1/8 gay club, buddy. Swim sell your Kunkka and Zhao chat's getting confused. Come on, guys, it'll be okay. Yep, being the only person on Knights is just great. Kunkka for 4 Heartless. Isn't it usually like Necro or something? I don't think it would ever be Kunkka, probably. So we definitely want to be boxed in to the other side for these, for the sake of these creeps at least. Batrider and Luna will just attack random ones. What's the worst that could happen? We've got double stun ball, we're fine. So here we just go to 8. I think 8. Honestly, we've got 6 Lunas and 6 CKs. But the thing is like, my odds just get better at 8, right? My tier 1 odds go down and my tier 4 odds go up. And Knights doesn't really build tier 1s, right? It's not... Batrider 3 isn't really something that I cares that much about, especially when I have 3. Like, if I was on 6 or 7 Batriders, I might roll before leveling. I think I want to go to 8 first. I want to increase my odds at a DK. And this is just good timing to be 8. And also, we have another thing to put in. So, Skullbasher versus Sacred Relic. Skullbasher just wins. There's one consideration, which is this on Luna. There's technically an argument where Relic maybe could be better because it's the bash doesn't kind of ricochet like her normal thing does. So it's, maybe something, not really. I think that's doesn't really make sense. I don't know. I mean, Basher is Basher. There's a reason this item's good. It's kind of nuts, actually. It's kind of crazy, actually. What an item, actually, this Basher. Why are we selling Witch Doctor? We didn't have to here. I think that if I'm in Viper and DK, it's not going to fit in for ages. We could have just sold the Kunkka instead. It's like the same thing. I don't know. I mean, the Kunkka could also see play. I don't think I would use Kunkka. I would probably want... like Necro? I just don't know if I'd even have the slots. It's just a level 1 Doctor. Why is Basher better? So when it bashes, it does 100 damage. The stun, 1500 millisecond stun is just really good. It's got a fairly short cooldown on the bash. It's just better. Like the stun just gets places. It just does things. It's a thing doer. It's a place getter, you know? Like, okay. So it's 100 damage every 4 attacks on average, which means you're averaging 50 damage plus per attack instead of Relic 60. So the stun, all the stun has to do is make up the extra 10, which is, of course, it makes up by a wide margin. And then on top of that, the distribution of this is very important as well. The fact that it deals the extra 100 damage at the same exact time as it stuns for 1.5 seconds gives you a good burst. It means you're decently likely to be killing something before it gets like a spell off or something like that, which is quite powerful. We should sorry. We should pair the Witch Doctors here, sure. I don't even know if I want to complete this though. Don't disrespect the Coconut Man. I could put Coconut Man in. I mean, Witch Doctor Necker is probably a good 2 things to put in here, I guess. Suddenly, my Luna looks like it's got pretty good odds of getting there. Nobody else is on Knights, so as players are rolling, and, you know, some players that I think at the bottom are going to be forced to roll, our odds will be increasing over time. I can just take out Disruptor, right? So So my Viper could even kind of like tank now, maybe? I don't know, I need to change a few things around. I should obviously have this chainmail in play as well. I'm looking for the Luna upgrade. The Luna upgrade is really huge. But at the same time, like, we have to look at how my roll value has progressed, right? It's like, I found the 8th Luna, my roll value is like, go, 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 let's find this 9th Luna. But then I find the DK, and that's one of the biggest things I was looking for. And suddenly it's like, maybe I should chill for a bit. Necro would be cool here. I really do want a 4th Undead. I can probably sell this Omni Knight. I think I'm just about to sell the Omni Knight. And also, we're not on a streak, so we don't have that much to protect. So we want to take that all into account. We want to look at like how the Vipers are progressing. And like I said, you know, check this out. Like, even though Vipers, there weren't that many in play, there's a lot of people building them, which means they're super contested, right? That's kind of how we want to look at it. Omni, yeah, I will leave myself the option, I guess. Uh-oh. There we go. I'll leave myself the option for the Omni. I think that's, I'm not even sure I really want it. But we'll do this. Take the Gloves of Haste, and here's the ranged attack for this. Something like that looks good. So, I think normally I don't 3-star Omni Knight. It's kind of a waste, but its progression is decent. This game looks like it's going on long. It's okay. I don't know. It's not like normally I don't 3-star. It's like, it's not the biggest priority, I think. But it does scale decently. I mean, a 3-star Knight's a 3-star Knight, right? Viper's contested, you should go for Omni instead. Yeah, I think I might have to sell my Viper. So let's look at the health of the players that have Vipers. This silent guy could be about to die. Actually, he just lost as well. So he's like in one-shot range. He spent all his gold and he's still losing boards. If we hit him, I think we kill him. And then we open ourselves up again. So we can look at silence. I think that there's this interesting thing with like aggro positioning. We want to make sure we're good against all boards. We want to be like cross-comped against like this guy, I think. Yeah, we definitely want to be cross-comped against him. We want our knights to be sticking together, obviously. Something like this looks good. But we also want to be in a good position against silent. I think our board is honestly just stronger against silence. So there's this interesting play. There's this really interesting play that I think is niche, don't get me wrong. Don't try to do this in too many situations. But if you have a rival that's on something that you want, like let's say this guy's on all the Vipers and I want Viper, there is an argument in certain situations, if your board is strong and you're kind of free to position in a flexible way, you can try to position to beat his board if he's in one-shot range. And then if you hit him on like the 1-7 or the 1-6 or whatever, you knock him out and you get his pieces. Which actually is something that you do want to do sometimes, buy and sell for the achievement. Oh yeah, you're right. Good point. So, Mech Vanguard or Maelstrom? Mael is not super crazy with this. I really would have wanted a DPS item. It's a huge bummer we didn't get one. I guess it's just Maelstrom? I don't really like these other two items. Maelstrom's okay. I think Lich is a pretty solid 4th Heartless here. We should be able to jam that in. The one problem with Lich is we don't have like a mana item. But I think with how Knights play fights, like they'll be slow enough in these fights, I should be able to get them online. Here's another Viper. And I think like the Viper is happening. It's just a matter of time at this point. Here's the second DK as well. So there's a few things happening here. Because we have the Lich being the undead, it's kind of less likely we're using this Witch Doctor. Because if Lich is our 4th undead, then we're not using Warlocks. I'm honestly not super sold on like the Witch Doctor. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's okay. I don't know if I have enough board slots for it. I mean, I can overflow them, but I honestly don't think there's a point. I think I'd rather just do this. I think I'm just gonna get my 4 Heartless with Lich. The one thing is he doesn't have a mana item. Gloves of Haste is a mana item, but it's doing too much on my Luna. Necro is still better than Lich, though. Just because he's levelable, sure. That might be so. So people are exiting, and they're releasing their shit units back into the pool. Now Silent's dead, which means, you know, Vipers are back in, which is kind of nice for me. I can sell this Batrider if I need to. I think I need to here. It's fine. Batrider is still a decent carrier for Maelstrom. I think there's nothing really wrong with that. And we're one away from the Viper, so we just want to like be rolling at the top of our economy. Very standard play. It's just like rolling at 50. Our positioning is about as good as it really gets here. It's kind of hard to position better than this. Our board is not nuts until if we had like a Mom and Luna, or like, I mean anything on this Luna, this board would be pretty crazy. But Luna with just gloves feels kind of bad. However, this is the reason why gloves is good value, because like at the very least when you have nothing, at least you have gloves, and gloves is a lot. Man, this is a little rough though. I don't know if I can chill at this economy. So now I might want my Viper to pick up some aggro. Time to frontline Viper. Yeah, when he's 3 stars, he kind of becomes a tank. Somewhat. Chainmail Viper. Yeah, that might be true. I could literally, like, chainmail. I could main tank Viper. That's so weird. I don't know if I want him dying that early, right? I want him to take some damage, but not die that early. Looks like this guy's board beats us. My Luna's still chunking. So let's break down this, let's break down this Gloves of Haste, guys. I wanna actually show you guys why Gloves is the second best tier 1 item. Like I said, it sucks that we didn't find anything other than Gloves here, but let's take a look at her DPS. 169, multiplied by her glaive bounces. Glaive bounces are 314% at level 3. So her DPS ends up being like 560 or something like that, which means Gloves 25 attack speed is a modifier to that DPS. It's about 180 DPS just by its lonesome, which, hey, I mean, for a tier 1 item is fucking insane. Still, I could be like iteming this Viper wrong. He should at least have a chainmail. It's dumb for me to not have a chainmail on him. That's just literally stupid. Basically, this Gloves on Luna is doing the same damage as like a Sacred Relic on Luna, which is pretty good. And if she had like a mana ability, it would be charging mana faster as well. Attack speed's ability to scale into the late game is basically just very, very important. So we VConned as much as we can. We're at 23, which is a nice healthy amount. It's technically like one-shottable, but you wouldn't call it one-shot range really. We hit the creep round, and we're about to spend the rest of our gold right afterwards, right? We even have the second Lich. I think this is kind of not going to happen. I mean, at level 8, your odds of completing this are just low. And we can't really level to 9, because the CK odds just kind of get dumpstered. As soon as we hit the CK, we could maybe level to 9. I honestly just don't think we'll have the economy to go to 9 here. I think it's just not happening. I mean, we could ass pull this Lich. You want 9 here since you're looking for Necro and DK? I don't think I have the economy to get to 9. I think these 3 stars might be too important. I mean, the DK is important. Swap Lich for Necro and put in Coconut Man at 9. I would probably just run double Knights. I can go to 9 here. I think the CK3 is how I win. 9's more important. I don't know, you guys might be right. This is actually a really, really close call. This is a close call. It really is. I don't know, 9 is so expensive though. That's a big one. Level 1 DK is a bad feeling. Lich 2 stars is really, really good. Level 1 Enigma. Enigma might have been wrong. It is level 1. Nah, it just actually got bursted. Yeah, no health item for Enigma. Enigma could have been the wrong call, but I see like 2 Brawny players in the top 6. And I think that's, while Enigma has developed a reputation recently for being kind of bad, because it is kind of bad. It's a really good counter to Brawny, and Brawny are S tier right now. We can see 2 Brownies. One of them top health, and one of them just like the other player in the top 5. So I think if I reposition this, if I had like a way for it to charge mana, like some kind of health item, it would be sweet here. We hit the nuts, we hit the DK. That's just like what we're looking for. And our DK just feels like he's actually doing things, which is nice. And I think the Enigma just needs to be in back, basically. Lich can be in front since it's level 2. It can kind of tank just fine. This honestly feels good. This feels good. I feel happy with this circumstance. And I think I'm just never using Necro. I think that, like, Necro Witch Doctor is definitely one of my go-tos. I do it a lot with Knights. I know you guys love it too. It's something you do in most situations. This is a situation where I'm not going to do it. It's not core. This is the situation where you can't do that. This puck is chunking. Holy shit. DK next to Luna? It is next to Luna. Because Knights count diagonals, right? That's fine. Luna's attack range is 3 and DK's attack range is 4, right? I'm 1 Omni from a big Omni. I'm 1 CK from a big CK. I guess if CK moves, then Bat loses Night Aura. I just like my Viper just having Chainmail and just kind of like surviving and tanking. Viper Chainmail is very good. I guess I think there's this intuitive concept of a Viper Blade Mail. I've seen a couple of you guys say put Blade Mail on Viper. It doesn't make any sense. I think that, like, obviously he's got a retaliate-ish effect with Cursive Skin, and this makes you maybe instinctively want to put a second retaliate on him, but he does better with Chainmail, which is just going to allow Cursive Skin to do more because he'll tank more, right? So it's just better to do it like this. I'm never going to be in another DK, I think, right? I think this composition in this position just feels good. DK1 is better than Enigma IMO. Did one of the other Brawny players die? No, it's 2 Brawny players in the top. I disagree. I think Enigma 1 right now in this lobby is better than DK1. I mean, I agree with you in general, but we're not really playing in general. We're playing this lobby. In this, oh yeah. Oh, that patch change. Oh, the ulti, dude. Oh, he spins. Dude, that saved us quite a bit of health. Now, if it had actually come in earlier in the fight, it might have won us the entire fight, though, but whatever. Ha, Jesus. So now we're on both of these. That's pretty crazy. So how do you position against these 4 players? I don't know. I mean, a DK1 is just quite feels bad. Like, don't get me wrong. If it was a DK2... that's not even a close decision. But a DK1 is not really this great feeling thing. I didn't reposition here. Does it matter? I wonder if I actually lost this. This dragon really punishes you for not repositioning. Chainmail's pretty good, though. Chainmail's pretty good. Imagine dying with 2 almost finished horsies in your hand. Yeah. Scotty allows Enigma to tank, right? Isn't that gigantic? Battle Fury... I think it has to be Scotty. Allowing Enigma to actually have a bit more health so it can tank and then cast is game-winning, I think. I think it's actually game-winning. This looks fine. I think against these 3 boards, Enigma's position will allow him to get attacked by 1 or 2 things and cast his spell. There's the Midnight Pulse. We put it in a slightly awkward area. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about Enigma. Maybe he's not like super crazy. But against these two Brawny players, I really just like him right now. Abaddon's getting chunked. Okay, so we're at what, 2 health? Or is that 1? 3rd place. Man, unless we upgrade this Abaddon, we're probably just ending here in 3rd place. 3rd place isn't the worst thing ever. Are we on blockers? Nah. Silly to be worrying about right now anyway. I mean, I like this positioning. This positioning feels like it has to be necessary, right?
We'll just have to cut our way through.
Move Luna. I could move Luna. Move Viper. I think Viper's good. He's kind of in like a semi-tank position. I don't know. I mean, trying to battle these two Brawny players is really hard. Like, both top players right now are both Brownies. And I feel like Midnight Pulse is helping against them, but I mean, they still just wipe the floor with me. Like, this isn't even close. Like, these top two Brawny players will just win no matter what. I mean, 3rd is fine for that lobby. I think that's kind of the most I can do there. Big time contracts player got a 4th big time contract? Are you serious? Wait a second. Holy shit. Wait, he did get a 4th one. Dude, wait. What the hell? Isn't that the most you can possibly have? Because that means he got one on 2, on 3, on 10, and on 15. No, you could actually have up to 6. Because then you could get one on 20, and then you could lose 25 for another chance at getting one. Yeah, that's true. Fuck this guy, dude. Brawny with 4 big time contracts. I wish I could watch this fight. I wish this, like, the spectator client wasn't bugged like this, and I could watch this fight play out and show you guys this, because that would be really, really funny. Jesus Christ, dude. Witch Doctor would have done more than Enigma? What, just like 10 attack speed? I don't mind 10 attack speed. I think I definitely could have tried something other than Enigma. Witch Doctor there? For 10 attack speed? And like a bouncy boy? Don't get me wrong, Coconut's a good ability. But I'm pretty sure I don't beat these guys with Witch Doctor. Enigma did 2k damage. Yeah, Enigma was pretty good, and I mean, it doesn't really matter how much damage he did, he kind of gave me a chance. Like, if he puts it on the Beastmaster, it gives me some way to kill this literal 113 kill Beastmaster, guys. Like, did you see how much health this had? It was like his bars were all black. Look at this shit. Look at, he's got over 9,000 health. Like, Jesus, dude. I can't beat this guy. I don't know. I think we played a pretty clean game there, all things considered. I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, different things we could have done. Going Knights when nobody was on it just made sense. Maybe minor positioning things. I think our positioning was pretty good for the most part. Chainmail on Viper. Most of our items were good. Gloves on Luna. Dude, if we had gotten Mom or a Moonshard on Luna earlier, I think we got first place. But we just didn't... Well, I mean, we didn't get them at all. That sucks. Oh, well.